Shit. I'm Mark Heathcliff. So this obviously means Analog Horror News for September. Look, we'll start with some corrections. Because there were bits that happened late in August that I missed out on because I'm only one guy. If you can even help me, I'll throw you the Discord link in the pinned comments and the description of this video, so that way you can join our little menagerie, so that way you can help me out, keep up to date, or even toss out some suggestions. Our corrections include Vita Carnes, who updated with new beginnings that deal with these floating circles, and a teaser by Dwight Comics, the sister channel to Mr. Manticore, where it re-uploads the Real Caveman series. So yeah, at least I only missed those two. Now, let's get on to the main topic. September. Tri-Red Witness Archives has announced that their second season is coming this fall. The series dives into a county that has people going missing at such an alarming rate, along with talks of suicide and self-harm. The problem is, I don't think we're gonna like it on the grounds of it already having a cheap jump scare right in the first video.
The mother is deceased.
Jesus.
And from our, experiences with these series, the best ones don't rely on cheap jump scares, but instead uses tension, atmosphere, build-ups, what have you. Other methods that makes it creepy as hell, at least to me. And I could be wrong in that there's some people who like shitting their pants with jump scares. I won't be able to stop you from seeing it, especially since I put the channel down there. Here's a little bit of a warning. There's 4 videos, but the most recent update is near movie length. Now on to Angel Hair, whose 3rd series has been in full swing at the time I was taping this. At the recent update to this script, there are 5 episodes and 2 lore videos. Obviously, I can't wait for this to conclude so that way my friends can binge it all in one go, get it all collected on video, and then post it sometime later on so that way we're not trying to steal Angel Hair's thunder. And guess who decided to return also? Kane Pixels, who came back to push out another video in his Backrooms universe, after about a year and 8 months from the previous Backrooms entry. I'm guessing it's due to his awesome attempt to make a Backrooms movie for the movie screen, which also must be the exact same reason it was slated for the 6th, but had to be held off for a week, premiering on Friday the 13th. This one is, lengthy, but not as lengthy, 45 minutes long. Only the most patient of Backrooms enthusiasts can dare tackle this. We also have a surprise update from Dino X86, in addition to the Jurassic Park miniseries. Basically a presentation of the 2 previous videos of the August 10, 1992 incident that I think will play out in the main story of the movie? I don't know. It's been a while since I did see Jurassic Park, and I can't remember when exactly it took place. Speaking of, we also released a watch party to cover this series and Jurassic Park Security, with a silly little thumb that I commissioned Mega Drive Sonic for. If you haven't done so already, please check it out. It's on our channel. As we also celebrate the 1-year anniversary of Lyra Horace's Radar short film, I wound up discovering it's getting a remake, although I don't know when that was announced. But hell, since it was September when I saw it, might as well put it in here. Not only that, the original is now labeled the September 1st, 2023 cut. Will it even be the same as the original Radar, or will there be some changes to the story? Who knows? Only time will tell. I mentioned Mr. Manticore in the corrections, but here he is again, an update from him. There is a name change. He has dropped the Mr. and is now just Manticore, but with a 3 for an E, Echo. I don't know why he did that. I just can't even keep up with this guy. Name changes. He used to be Alex Kansas, and then he decided to go with Mr. Manticore, then had several videos and ended up going unlisted or so fucking crazy. I don't know what the hell he's doing. I'm not even in his Patreon. Now, we mentioned Kane Pixels Backrooms just a while ago, but here's news from the fan channel, Async Research, who published a full movie of sorts, which compiled the videos of the story of Christopher E. that got sucked into the Backrooms, discovered by an async explorer, and was able to get out, but got sent back in. Did not end in a happy ending, I'm going to tell you that right now. It's a rather welcome update within the past 6 months since the last one, where the back rooms was somehow capable of sucking in 2 astronauts from outer frickin' space during the Atlantis space shuttle mission. This is news to me. You don't even need gravity for it? You just need a wall? Jack G Animations updated Project Britannica with another video and... promptly gonna ignore that. I'm just gonna pretend that didn't happen, so that way I can stay sane. And keeping up with Project Britannica, we also released our watch party of Project Britannica not too long ago that we recorded in late August. Please, if you haven't done so already, take a look at it. Another Midwest Angelica update. We resumed Act 2 with Paradise, which inserts a new character, independent journalist Marcus Lukin, going to Paradise, Missouri after catching a floating star kill on TV, which continues this, well, semi-normal thread of being named after Christian figures, normal American names, and if you're very, very quirky, figures of the Roman Empire. I will say this, though. You don't have to rely entirely on a night setting to be creepy. You could do it effectively in daytime. You just gotta know how. Besides, what's creepier? Something lurking in the middle of the night? Or seeing that thing in broad daylight, especially when such a thing is not supposed to be there. And the last one is indeed the reason why I decided to be in a Mark Heathcliff avatar, because this next one does indeed have a relation to the Mandela catalog. Alex Kister is seeking a screenwriter to try to adapt the Mandela catalog universe onto film, joining the ranks like Kane Pixels previously, and Alexander Bale, the guy behind the horror ARGs of Don't Feed the Muse, Pizza Time Pizza, and Old Root. If anyone is interested in hitting up him to prove your screenwriting abilities, hit his email. And because I thought it was a nice little addition to the previous one, why not some more on this date entries that happened during September. Starting with September 1st in Vita Carnis, it was the second data entry of the harvester population in 1989. Comparing this to August, you can see a migration towards the north. Meanwhile, in Project Britannica, the movie Lusitania will be released in 1997, if we're going by similar dates as our universe's Titanic movie, and on the 86th anniversary of the finding of the RMS Mauritania, bare bones, nobody on board, but a horrible stench. While staying with Britannica, September 2nd was when the divers went to survey the sunken Lusitania in 1985. Now on to the September 3rd in Channel 7, where a storm warning was issued for Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware, which was then upgraded to an evac order before it got hijacked. September 5th, the 2021 case of the file of the Limehouse, Queensland, Australia murder that would torture poor Chance Lady into retirement when a murder journalist was found, but since there's no foul play found, it was ruled a suicide. This was in Night Owl 102.8 FM. And in 1987, Madison County, North Carolina resident Lillian May Arlo passes away at 98 in Obsidian Home Video. I'm not touching that with a 39.5-foot pole, and neither should you. And in 1990, Brainerd Elementary School would suffer a fire that took the lives of 3 students in the Sunny Styles collection. September 6th, and the Harlington incident, the tape that recorded the airing of Beauty of Exoplanets would be recovered. September 7th, Gemini Entertainment. In the Shifting Tendons tape, after Barry was in quarantine for 59 days in the facility, mutating into nature's mockery in the meantime. They'd be interrupted by Johnson screaming and opening up a root. And in 1987, a Marshall, North Carolina resident tried to get out of town on the last train before all exits would be shut off. I guess Miss Arlo had a fucking cult and they just decided to murder everybody during their anger stage of the stages of grief. September 8th, in 1997, That was the date of the research paper for North Shore Research that suggests the ideal way to release the itching disease that would later take out an entire Louisiana town in a fury of sickness, bloodshed, and craziness. Yeah, it was from the itch. How'd you guess? September 9th, in 1977, Red Hill Video Production Company would transition to the VHS format, and in 2021, the local media will report the journalist's death in Night Owl 102.8 FM. September 11th, the attacks on the World Trade Center and the Pentagon in 2001. This is a part of the Oracle project that I can assume was what the Oracle meant when in June of 97, they would predict terrorist activity from Saudi Arabia with a 5% margin of error. I'm only guessing though. September 12th, part of the first volume of Mandela Catalog would take place, where in 1992, Cesar Torres will be replaced with an alternate that will later trick Mark Heathcliff, this avatar here, into their home via making Mark turn on the cameras while Caesar's mom was taken to the hospital. Over the next few days, Caesar's mom will be killed, and alternate Caesar would torment Mark until Mark makes his fatal bad decision on September 15th.
You fucking bastard!
Also on September 12th in 2021, an incident would occur over the airways of 9L102.8 FM, where gunfire was heard during the early bird with Keith Albright.
All appears fine. I'm not sure what that was. Oh.
September 13th would be the end of the peak season at Bluefish Water Park in Eventide Media Center. You know, the video that was no longer canon, but it didn't matter anyway because Eventide ended up being nuked by the creator in some sort of bizarre, controversy. Where at any given moment, the park will become a sacred place for the special guest, a big-ass fish, to arrive. And in 1996, a Simeodyne USA camera catches someone committing suicide as the closet door opens up mysteriously in the Greylock universe. Back to the Mandela Catalog. Back in 1992, on September 14th, a young Adam Murray would take his toddler assessment test, which the report states he did not react to any stimuli. September 15th, in Channel 7's universe, footage was leaked of the Lockwood Hills monster, often called the Tester, in 2015. September 16th, in 2021, Night Owl 102.8 FM would upgrade its equipment to avoid any potential hijackings of its signals. It clashed with certain model TVs and VCRs. September 20th, this was the date of a 1988 recording that would override a third interview done in the wake of the Great Agafreeze earthquake in '86 that would be put in a documentary. It was supposed to be an interview from June 11th with Kenneth Carr, one of the people involved with rescue efforts of the Great Agee's Mountain earthquake, but instead, it was another of the rescue crew, Nathan Saunders, who had a dark religious epiphany, nicknaming himself his gardener, and being labeled a believer in the interview, and then kill the interviewer. This took place in the universe of Enmity. Enemy spotted! September 21st, Mark Heathcliff's body would be discovered, along with his personal belongings, in 1992 in the Mandela Catalog. It would include his camcorder, a sabotage tape of the Nativity cartoon from the Beginner's Bible series, and his diary, which kinda took a bit of a dark turn. Also on the 21st, in the Tangivirus saga, tapes were mailed out, which contained Dr. Julia Williams' research and documentation after she was fired as a vet in 1990. And the Harton incident, Eric Seymour Dane, CEO of the Montana Space Lookout Organization and creator of the Cosmic Visions TV series, will be declared missing in '72. On the 12th anniversary of his disappearance, the Montana Space Lookout Organization would reboot itself. And on the 21st year anniversary of his disappearance in '93, Harton Industries CEO Daniel Harton leaves a message on an answering machine, claiming he caught a hijacker responsible for the broadcast during the 1992 earthquake, who he said was supposed to be a time traveler from the past, and that Mr. Harton would be taken to another dimension. September 22nd will be the taping of the live broadcast of the '53 movie Attack of the Somerville Spiders in Eventide Media Center. In 1991, Metaverse Enterprise Solutions would hold a video conference addressing concerns of Monica 1 in the Church of Markov. This took place in the Doki Doki Literature Club analog horror series, The Metaverse Rejuvenation. Coincidentally, that was when the real DDLC game would be released originally. September 23rd, Jack Walton's 1932 birthday in the Walton Files. September 24th, Daniel Shepard will be summoned back to his homeroom via a special presentation from the Walker Creek broadcast station in time for the 2019 Harvest Festival. In 2000, in CRT Anomalies, a Matenga Airways flight crashes in the Pacific Ocean. And in Analog Archives, one of the message board posts from Watchful Eye Security in 2007 complains that the footage turns red despite not being made to record in color. And it was working fine up until that point, I swear. September 25th, in the only video by New Vision Productions archive, President Reagan calls Lieutenant General James Allen Abramson on the emergency lines about Soviet Union threats at the time of the North Atlantic anomaly, which took out phones, TVs, radios, and other ways of communication in 1983, just as Soviet missiles were found over the Atlantic. Well, I doubt that ended well. September 26 in 1991, a scuba diver would be ate up by a mosasaurus off the coast of Isla Sorna in an upload by Jurassic Park Security. September 28th, the incidents of Warning 12 TV in the 80s and the Monica 1 hijacking of an Idaho Station 92 would take place. It was also the date of discovery of the Harrington Incident's aftermath speech in 2011, which was made about the 92 quake. And finally, September 30th, James Dean crashes his little bastard, his speedy little Porsche, near Cloyne, California in 1957. In Monument Mythos, he would instead not crash the car and carry on a political career. In the Nixonverse, a young Kirk Allen, the last son of Alcatraz, would cause that crash that would wind up causing him to become the hero in that world at the expense of James Dean. Basically, the Nixonverse, up until that point, played similarly to real life, except for some odd reason, Richard M. Nixon, instead of becoming a criminal, became a god. Don't ask me how. That ends our news of September. If you like this video, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, share this video if you have to. Come to our Discord. I could certainly use some help. And I'll see you again on this channel, maybe even my own channel, or maybe the others when they invite me into their channels. See ya.